So we are on to the gravy part of the meal. And to make that, what we're gonna do is take one onion, small white one or Spanish, whatever you got. Peel it. And just chop it up. Rough chop. Take your carrots, and we grew these carrots. So they are short little stumpies, but they are carrots. Just cut those up. Again, a rough chop. We're gonna puree everything at the end, so it doesn't really matter the accuracy of the knife cuts. But you don't wanna have pieces that are too big because they will take too long to cook. And then we also have some baby portobello mushrooms already chopped up. So I have a pan preheating on the stove. Take a little bit of oil right in the pan. Throw in your mushrooms and your carrots and your onions and let everything cook. Toss everything around. Oop, try not to lose anything. Toss everything around a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and deglaze with a half a cup of Madeira. So you can either burn off the alcohol, like you just saw me do, ignite it, or you can boil it off. It'll go away, either way. You're going to want to let this reduce a little bit. Once you feel like it's reduced enough, add 2 cups of chicken stock. Bring it back up to a simmer and let the vegetables cook. So once the vegetables have cooked enough and they're soft and you see that the liquid has reduced a bit, you can go ahead and turn off the heat and bring them over to your blender. And so what we're gonna do is puree everything, but start with the liquid and go ahead and put the lid on, but make sure you vent it, because if you don't vent it, bad things will happen. And you're just gonna go ahead and start this off on low. You really wanna make sure everything's chopped up in there really good. So then take all this, and this is pretty much like a cream of vegetable soup at this point, but we're gonna turn it into a gravy. It's gonna be good. Strain everything through a sieve. Help everything go through with a spatula. Believe it or not, a lot of the liquid will come out of the vegetables and you'll only be left with just a little bit of what you originally had. So, and a little bit of that puree isn't bad for texture and thickness either. So if you get a little bit in there, that's fine. So what we're gonna do to this is make a slurry. And I have a 1/4 cup of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch right here. So take this back to the stove. And right in the pan that you cooked everything in, take your slurry and stir together. The cornstarch likes to settle at the bottom, so make sure you get it all stirred in. So add a little bit of your slurry. Not all of it, because you don't know how thick you're going to want this gravy. And what you have to do to see the full thickening power of the gravy, you have to boil it. Once you see everything start to simmer, you can again test the viscosity. That's what you're really looking for. How thick is this? And it's almost there. I would like it a little bit thicker. So when you're stirring in a slurry and your liquid's hot, you really want to make sure and whisk it in so you don't accidentally make any little lumps of slurry. Perfect. So now all you need to do is let that, like I said, boil for a minute. And then once that's happened, let it cool down and taste it. You might need to add some salt and pepper.